What's up? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. And on the phone line is Adam Barta and Patricia Marie, a.k.a. Tan Mom. They are from the new hit single, Free to Be Me. They are on Hoppe Hour. What's up, guys?
Now, I'm impressed that you said Patricia Marie, because a lot of people have just been calling her Tan Mom, so you get props for saying Patricia Marie, a.k.a. Tan Mom.
Well, listen, I listened to the show. I know that the point of the song is she wants to move on from being called Tan Mom and the whole thing that happened 6 to 7 years ago, so I wanted to give her credit for being free to be her.
Oh, absolutely. She appreciates that, I'm sure.
It's all a big change, but you know what? I realized as I was talking to a lot of people recently and discovered that I'm always going to be called Tan Mom. But the difference is me and that the attitudes of everybody else have changed from the focus of innuendos, and people have grown up and moved forward from the Tan Mom, thing that didn't happen, and now there's major fans out there that just like me and can still call me Tan Mom, but I do like Patricia Marie.
How helpful has Adam been for you? Even though he's younger, I feel like he does a really good job of taking you under his wing, like he's a friend that really cares about you.
Oh, he's been a great friend. We've known each other for a long time now, and just the song and working, and he's there for me, in so many different capacities. He's just a great person. I really like him. And the best part is he covers me because I am not a singer. He is. He's a vocalist. He's an artist at it. And Billboard. And I am more of, he's a celebrity too as well, but I take a different factor in it. You know what I'm saying?
So when you were looking to find a person to make a song with, what was it about Adam that made you want to choose him? And for Adam, what made you want to work with her?
I think go first, Adam.
I think for me, just expanding on what she just said, we're like brother and sister relationship. Like we fight, we have fun, we laugh, we go through the range of everything. If you picture like brother and sister, and kind of like, so I think like we take each other under our wing, and like she has her moments where she's stressed out, I have mine where I'm stressed out, and we try to come together and kind of like make it work, and I do the best that I can, like when we actually met back in 2013 through our old manager, who introduced us, Gina, and we, when I first met her, I was like, this woman is just, I've never met anyone like her before. She's just her energy is just crazy. Like she's so much fun, and like just so like she just knows how to laugh, and I love that about her. And through the years we kind of stayed in touch, and we kind of through the good times and the bad, and it was just like coming together to do this song was more like a surprise, I think, than anything else. It was like two friends coming back together to do something that they love and have fun. And I think that's what really translated well into the song itself, and what people really resonated with is that, we were just like not trying to be like a top 40 hit. We were not trying to make like, the next Ariana Grande record. We were just having fun doing a song, and people just dug it, and that was the coolest feeling of all, I think, is just how unexpected everything was.
He said it perfectly, brother and sister. We definitely get in arguments, and it's a brother-sister relationship that has grown, and again, it went freestyle, and that's how it became such a great hit. It was not planned. We didn't do anything elaborate about it. We just walked in, laughed, and he sang, and I sang what I felt, and it made everyone just like it went boom, And Moneymaker, the next song, has a rhythm of its own as well. So I just got chills saying it because it has like that club music in it as well. It's going to go viral, and I'm really, really excited about it.
Adam, you've made music with a lot of people. What was different about this song?
That's a really great question. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. I think we both are, is just like really what the secret sauce is, and kind of like looking at all the stuff that we did with this and seeing like what made it so popular. I think obviously, the main factor is the talent being behind it and loving it, and the show kind of, latching onto it. But
I like the
yeah.
point.
What was
It's the music behind it. It's the music behind it, the rhythm.
Yes, the music. Well, we work with this amazing producer. His name is Electropoint, who does all of the bells and whistles and music, and makes it sound so great. So I think the combination of the three of us coming together, which we had never done before, I think really was the magic. And I think that's what we're excited, because now that we know that it's there, the possibilities are endless. Like Patricia said, Moneymaker is our next song that we're going to release. And we're really excited because all the things that we kind of didn't get to do with Free to Be Me, because it was so unexpected, we're planning for now with this one to make it even bigger and better. So I think that, probably we're going to, and I believe too with artists in general, like, stick to what works, what your fans want. It's good to change, evolve as an artist, but I think, if your fans want to hear what they want to hear, and that's why they became your fans in the first place. So I think, there is, a sound that we want to kind of stick with and kind of choose what works with Free to Be Me and put it forward into Moneymaker and anything else we do, and then kind of just keep improving on it. So I think that's kind of like the secret to our success, is kind of just really taking all of the things that work and kind of keep incorporating them and keep putting out new exciting stuff.
How crazy is it that the king of all media, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, Howard, likes your music, knows who you are, and you guys are regulars on his show? How insane is that for you guys? Because I grew up listening to him. He's the reason I'm in radio, so I'm not jealous of you guys, because that would be a bad way to view it, but I'm jealous of you guys.
I have to say that when I first went on, me and Howard got along, and we've been best friends since then. And I was invited to his birthday parties. We just connected in a different way, and that's another part of, I'm not a part of the Whack Pack, but it's just a connection I have with all of them. It's outstanding to be a part of the Stern Show, for me speaking. I mean, I'm always invited. When I call in, I'm put right on, and they're my friends. They're my family. I don't think of them as a radio show, speaking for myself.
Now, Adam, how crazy is it that you've been on his show?
I'm in the same boat as you, Ryan. Like, when I was a kid, I used to sit around, I remember with my mom, and I'd watch the E! Show late at night, even, I think WOR, the Channel 9 show, I was old enough too. I was just starting to watch, real TV around that time. And, fast forward, however many years later, 20, 25 years later, 30 years later, it's surreal. And when I first got to be back on his show in 2013, which was thanks to Patricia as well, I remember crying the first time I walked out of the green room. I was crying. I was like, I can't believe this just happened. I was literally just on Howard Stern. It was the most crazy feeling. And 5 years later, 6 years later now, it's it's still the most surreal feeling in the world. But, I personally, I'm one of those people that kind of get down on themselves, thinking about all the things that I haven't done with my career. I've never had a Grammy. I've never had an MTV, music award, video award, and all these things that I haven't done. But then I'm like, wait a minute. I've been on the Howard Stern show multiple times. I performed, I've gotten the fans, this is a pretty cool fandom to walk into, So it's despite anything else, I think the fact that I can even be a small part of the Stern fandom and family is just, it's amazing. It's validating for my career. I feel like I have accomplished what I wanted to accomplish in my lifetime. And there's a lot more to come, but I feel like it's a great benchmark to say, look, you've done it. You're there with Howard Stern, the top of the game, the top of the line. So it's a great feeling.
What I want to ask you is, there's a lot of mean comments that come from his fans, because a lot of them are unhappy people, and that show makes them happy because they're driving to work, so they get way too into the show. Now, does it bother you? Do you block them on social media, or are you guys able to ignore it?
I'll answer that real quick. No, it's very simple. There's always going to be a couple of nuts in the shell, and you just ignore it, because you got to look at the factor of where it's coming from. Whether they want to be where you're at, They don't like themselves. It's all that kind of stuff that goes with negativity. You have to be positive. When all those things come at you, if I get upset and then I stop and then I just say to myself, we're better than that. I'm better than that. And if, you're having a bad day, people take it out. And social media, that's a secondary lifestyle of people that are another wannabe situation. You just be happy for people all the time, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how Adam feels.
Yeah, I think that I'm coming from other areas like.
But don't you agree? I mean, Adam, don't you agree with what I said?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think like that's what I was gonna say is it's like I've experienced that a lot before earlier in my career too. So coming into this, it's like I'm used to Drag Race fans are very rabid. And I've done a lot with RuPaul's Drag Race, and they can be savage, some of the comments. So, I learned to, like, tune it out. But like Patricia said, when it comes to these people, at the end of the day, if you're saying our names, even if you're hating us, you're giving us attention, It's like, so, it only fuels the fire, so to speak, and makes it bigger. So I think people don't realize when they're trolling that they're almost counterproductive because, like, by going on and vocally saying something, you're only bringing credence and more popularity to what we're doing. So it's like, okay, you can sit there and trash us, but
that, and you look like an idiot.
Yeah,
because if you go in the census of 10,000 people and you've got 3 people that are so negative, you got to look at the perspective of their life and their capacity of why they're saying it. I just dealt with something like that the other day. I mean, if you're miserable, I'm sorry, but I didn't do anything to you. And you can't get sensitive to a factor either. Sometimes it does hurt, but you just walk away. It's not worth it.
Now, Adam, what made you want to go into music and entertainment?
I mean, my whole life, I started out in a boy band. I started out doing, off-Broadway theater, and then, I got into dance music, and I had some, cool stuff with, the Logo Channel happen and the HBO, and it kind of just snowballed. I've always wanted to sing. I've always wanted to perform. I've always loved writing songs and music. So, as I got older, I think it became, more of and there's so many things, like, I wish I could go back and tell my 20-year-old self, like, how to do it. Because back then, I mean, we didn't have social media, so there was no really blueprint to how to really become successful. Like these days, it's like, all right, get a YouTube channel, start uploading content, start sharing on social media, start getting a ring light, getting a, all these things didn't exist. So it was just kind of like, it was trial and error. So, my passion for music has just really always been there. And I think that's kind of what's driven me forward through the decades of doing this, and kind of like has landed me here where I am today.
So now, where do you guys want to see everything go down in 2019? You guys were the most viewed video on the Sirius XM app. You've been on the King of All Media show multiple times. What do you want from 2019?
Well, we just actually, I'll take this if Patricia doesn't mind. Well, we just signed a licensing deal for merchandise. So Patricia and I have a clothing line that's out that we're developing. We're going through shots, and we're going to be adding more items to it and doing more merch, like hats and T-shirts and ties and jackets and all this fun stuff. So we definitely want people to keep aware of that. And I think the biggest thing for 2019 right now is that we are looking for sponsors for the Moneymaker music video. So our sponsor from the Area 1 music video got so many calls, was flooded with clients and everything after this video premiered that he was just through the roof. And we were like, there's really something here. So we're looking for sponsors so that we can get on board for products and product placement to do in our Moneymaker music video, so we can make it even bigger and better than Free Me, because we want like $1 million budget, to just give the fans the best possible experience that they can have. So Patricia's had some ideas too, brands to bring on. I mean, we're open to working with anyone. There's tons of brands, right, Patricia, that we would love to see part of this, to make this
Exactly. I already put it out on Howard Stern. So we're really excited for Moneymaker, and exactly what Adam said. We discussed it in length, and we're just moving forward in it. That's all, and wishing the best of luck to it as well.
I'm also excited about the show. We have a couple shows coming up too. We have 2 sold-out shows on Long Island with Shuley in February, and we're possibly going to. I know people have been messaging me to take that around the country and tour and do some shows. So we are working on that as well, getting like a live show tour, depending on how successful these are. So that's kind of in the works too.
Well, guys, it's been a lot of fun having you on the show, and I would love to have you guys on again in maybe 3 to 4 months once Moneymaker comes out to talk about how that will be the most viewed video on the Sirius XM app. Sounds good, guys?
I sure hope so.
Sounds awesome.
Sure.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And that was Patricia Marie, a.k.a. Tan Mom, and Adam Barta, as they were on Hoppe Hour. Now, if you're a fan of Howard and you want to hear a podcast, now I know a lot of times he rips into podcasts, but I like to view my show as an internet radio show. Howard's the reason I'm in radio. So to hear my show, Hoppe Hour, just search up Hoppe Radio on any podcast app or through my Hoppe Radio app and spread the word, because Howard's the reason I'm in radio, and I want to be that voice for my generation. Thanks to Adam Barta and Patricia Marie, as they are free to be. Check out their song everywhere. This has been Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, signing off. Bye.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Shut up!
She's back one more time.
I never left.
She's back.
Jiminy Cricket.
Tan Mom, 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 Tan Mom. She's free to be Patricia Marie. You see. She's free to be Patricia Marie. You see.
All I want is the truth to be let out. Can't you see what I've given out? You don't see what I've been through. Well, here's a little message to you. No matter what you say, I am the best either way. Tan or white, we just are just whack. But I am not a part of the whack pack.
Tan Mom, Tan Mom, Tan Mom,
It's Patricia.
Tan Mom, Tan Mom, Tan Mom, Tan Mom. She's free to be Patricia Marie. You see. She's free to be Patricia Marie. You see. Bitches, bring it on. Bitches, bring it on. Bitches.
So what you gonna do? Oh my God, you gonna walk in my shoes? My name is Patricia Marie. It's not Tan Mom. It's not Tan Mom. It's not Tan Mom. It's not Tan Mom. It's Patricia. I can do what I want. Take off my clothes, which I wouldn't do. Which I wouldn't do.
Tan Mom, Tan Mom, Tan Mom.
It's Patricia.
Tan Mom, Tan Mom, Tan Mom, Tan Mom. She's free to be Patricia Marie. You see. She's free to be Patricia Marie. You see.
All I wish is someone to realize how much I am, and not just 10 miles. I am the biggest person you'll ever. It's not 10 Mom. It's not 10 Mom. It's not 10 Mom. It's not 10 Mom.
New life. Do you understand what that means? That means walk away. It's not Tan Mom.
It's Patricia.
Bitches, she's free to be Patricia Marie. You see.
Not 10 Mom.
She's free
It's not 10 Mom.
to be
It's not 10 Mom.
You see.
It's Patricia.